Okay, on the bench now we've got the legendary Mullard LP1171 module. Reason I've got this one out, this is the one that came out of the radio I did last time and recently sold. I believe that's the one, or was this another spare one? I'm not sure, but basically what I've got to do is refurbish this one. I've got to take out the transistors, got two AF115s and a 116 in there, because I've got this one to do. And yes, yet another R600. I do like this one actually, so this may be a keeper. The grill is absolutely perfect on it. Really is perfect, that grill. It's a rarity. There's a little nick in the red leather cloth there, but it's right down out of the way, not really too much of a bother. We've got the end, it'll glue back, that's bit. This is not a chunk taken out of it. Yeah, we've got the end of that, so that'll glue back in okay. Sides don't look too bad. Handle intact. Back grill's okay. Bottom we've got serial number 178547. But as I say, in there we've got the lovely Mullard module. So when I get these in, I tend to put a little tag on them telling me what I paid for it. Suspect module is not working. Top knob missing, handle split. So we've got a couple of little splits in the handle there, but not that's going to detract from its value, I don't think. Again, I could put a bit of leather glue on that just to hold that, which I probably will. Yeah, as you can hear, my desoldering tool is whirring away in the background. Let's just pop a battery in that one. Just a 9-volt PP9 on these. Let's make sure I'm in the off position. Let's have a listen and see if this works. It may well work this, but as I say, not that I love doing the modules, but I will do the module on this one. Oh. I think we can definitely say module. Nothing on VHF even. So an initial burst of life when I turn it on, but a bit dodgy volume pop, but that's the module. Strange they're not working on VHF either. Oh, says that my push bike. Oh, hang on. It's trying. Come on. No, dead. So it's not necessarily the module, but I'm going to do the module anyway. So I just thought I'd show you what I was doing it for. But yeah, all nice little Phillips capacitors in there, lock fit, transistors. I've already had this one out of the case once to have a look at something for the last radio I did, so just whip him out. So you can pick these up fairly reasonable money if they're not working. As I say, it certainly isn't an easy fix, but they are fixable and they're well worth doing because they sound lovely when they're going. Not quite the same as that Hacker I did earlier, but still they do give a really nice tone, these radios. I do like the red leather cloth as well. So that's what's got to come out. LP1171 module containing AF, probably 115s, 116s. I haven't seen one actually that's got 117s in yet. But I'm going to pop that out. Probably put AF 125s in it. Let's see what I've got the most of really. That tuning spindle definitely needs looking at. I'm hoping that module's okay because I've not took one of those apart before, but there is always a first time. Other things that I found wrong in the past on these, this capacitor here, there's a couple high value capacitors in there, 680 microfarads and a 470. I've known those be like way out of spec before, so I shall certainly be whipping them out and having a look. And also some of these smaller values as well sometimes can go a little bit high. Apart from that, there's not a lot goes wrong with these apart from this module. There's a little driver transistor in there that can go sometimes. It's an OC something or other, I can't see it off the top of my head. I've got the circuit for this, so I've took many of them apart, but should be used to it by now. So what I'm going to do, let's pop that back in its case for the time being. Let's put it the right way around, shall we? Did I have that the right way around? No. Yeah, just going to put that down out of the way. And like the last one of these I did, I put a refurbished module in, so I'm going to refurbish this because I do carry one spare. What have we got here? LP1164, that's out the R707, that one's been done. What else have we got here? Oh, I've got another one to do here. Oh dear, I got two to do that. It's got AF116s, 3 AF116s in that one. Haven't got any more here, have we? No. That's right, yeah, I do remember buying another spare one of these actually off of a guy that breaks radios. It's strange that they use the different transistors, isn't it really? AF116 is in that one, all three of them. This has got two 115s and a 116. If you look at the spec sheet on them, there's little difference, to be fair. But this is the one I took out of the last radio I did. So I'm going to try to prise that one out without desoldering it or anything. So the case is a little bit bent, but that's not a hardship, that'll go back easy. So let's put that one away for the next one. I say I have got quite a few R600s actually. They are one of my favourite radios. Two case styles. One is the one you've seen here. The other one is one of the previous restorations I did with the like all aluminium front grille mesh rather than the painted bars. Right, so I'm going to dig my paperwork out now. What I'm going to do, let's have a look. What have we got? AF 115s and 116s. And we've got any AF126s. We've got plenty of 125 and 127s. Plus we've got our Russian germaniums, but I don't think I'm going to use them in a module. AF125, 125, 127. It was 127, but I just dropped one on the floor. Don't want to lose any of those. Two five, 125s. I seem to have got 125s. Mm. 27. Yeah, I did have a dodgy lot of AF125s, so this chap's kindly sent me out some replacements. I had 10 and only 3 of them were any good, so I have still got the dud ones, but not a lot I can do with those really. I'll use them as diodes perhaps, join the legs together. So I'm going to pop some AF125s in this one. So it's got two 115s and a 116. They're pretty much the same spec. Can't see it making any difference. There we go, let's bent that back. Yeah, I think someone had, for some reason, tried to get at the module without taking it out of the radio, which is absolutely impossible. Right. Okay, so there's a little bit of breakout on the board there, but it's not affecting any tracks, so I'm going to get on and do that one. So I'm not going to take you through it yet again because you've seen me do it 2 or 3 times now, but I'm going to refurbish it and join me back. I'll show you what it looks like. Done. I've changed all 3 transistors for AF125s. I've also pulled some of these capacitors out of circuit just to check them, the Mullard tropical fish ones. I've replaced all the electrolytics, but to be fair they all measured okay, but really just to make sure that this has got a bit of life left in it, I have replaced them. I've checked out some of the other components. I've checked out the diodes. All 3 diodes on this board are showing as diodes, so that's fine. So really that's pretty much it. It's now ready to go back in its can. Yeah, so just going to bend that tab down. I've gone over these pins and made sure they're all pretty solid. One was a little bit loose, so I've just resoldered that one. That was this one here. Just need to make sure that they've not broken away from their solder joints, because they do quite often, these. So I've got a little bit of flux on that. Nice clean joint. Spot on. Now this side, bend the tab back. The flux. There we go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give that a clean off. Just going to use some flux cleaner on it, then clean it with a bit of isopropyl. We'll pop the other cover back. Just quickly do that a minute, if I can find my blue roll. There we are. Good old blue roll. So I'm using just a flux cleaning spray with a built-in brush. Certainly getting some crud off this board. It's not on mine. I think that's some 30-odd-year-old Roberts gunk in there as well. There we go. It's looking a bit cleaner. Let's clean that off. Get that out of the way. Right. Isopropyl. And a toothbrush. There we are. Nice and clean. Dab that for a little bit of that. Dry them with a bit of air. That looks pretty good. Very good. One module repaired. Hopefully. The truth is in the testing though, isn't it? Now, this is strange. I don't know what Roberts used to use this little hole for, but in the base of the module is a little hole. Actually, I'm going to give that a clean off while I'm at it with some isopropyl. It's a bit mucky. There we are. So I'm just going to pop a little label on the bottom to say that I've changed it. Out of sight. Then whoever pulls this module out next time will know that it's not original. There we are. So that now all ready to go back into my R600. Okay, I just thought I'd show you the transistors I took out. Also, strangely enough, this is the last diagram I did for the last module. So basically I've marked it now which pins are which on the back of the board, so I can just desolder the whole lot, pop them all out in one go. Saves an awful lot of time. But strangely enough, these are the marks I made for the last ones. As I took the transistors out, I popped them on here, and you notice I had two good AF115s and a bad AF116. Well, bizarrely I've got exactly the same again. Now all three of these have got the blue sort of bases to them. They do seem to be a bit more reliable for some reason, with a slightly different package. They don't say Mullard on them, so they're not made by Mullard. Strange, but as I say, the AF116 is got shorts. In fact, quite a bad short, I think, from the shield to the emitter, I believe. Yeah, emitter. Shield to emitter base on that one, quite bad. Short. And there is resistance between the other terminals and the shield as well. These, no resistance between the shield and any of the other terminals, so they're going to have whiskers growing in them, but they've not quite reached the terminals inside yet. So as I say, I will keep those for another day's up, and just thought I'd show you that. It's quite interesting that it's exactly the same for the previous module I did.